Worthwhile brand that I hope you understand. Work hard, play hard, get up, stack bands. Time to get up, then slap your hands. Chillin' in the club with all my friends. Living in the moment, hope it's never gonna end. Love a new beginner, but I skip to the end. I listen to the beat, I hope to ascend. I hope to cherish, and I hope to win.
Hey everyone, thanks for tuning in to this week's WorthWhile Spotlight. We have an amazing guest today, and before I say the name, I want to say this is Tyler Austin Steigelman introducing Tyler Austin Jones.
Oh man, I didn't even know that was your middle name.
Yeah, there's a lot of powers about
this. Is wild, yeah.
Bro, thanks for coming on.
Absolutely.
So, give me a little description about the big picture of what you do, because like I know you play music, and I see you at Mealtown Coffee a lot, and like our, I guess, first interaction of like actually shaking hands and meeting was not too long ago. It's about like 2 weeks maybe, but like I had seen you all over town before. I knew who you were, but I still don't know Austin Tyler Jones. So let me know, what do you do, bro? What's the picture?
I'm sorry it took so long for us to properly introduce each other to each other. I think it was one of those, those people you're just like, bro, we know each other. Like I feel like I've given you like the bro nod before. You know what I mean? Like, what's up, dude? And then walked in. So I'm sorry that we didn't make that official.
It's all good. I'm sorry.
No, it's on me. Yeah, I don't know. Big picture. I work at Mealtown. I'm there most days. Fun, just getting to be a part of the community and watching that grow. I do a lot of like the branding and marketing and just overall try and lasso the vibe and keep it concise. And then I do music around town and raising some babies and just as many creative projects as I can get my hands on. And
nice.
Yeah.
Are you from Columbia?
I've lived here most of my life, like 2001, 2002. Moved down from Minnesota and Wisconsin, that kind of godless part of the country, the north.
What brought you?
As a joke.
I wasn't going to bring it up.
Sorry. I think that there's God in that part of the country too. It's just cold. Yeah.
What was the reasoning for coming? You're like, there's this place, Mealtown Coffee, opening up, and
no, it's way before Mealtown. I was like 12. My parents moved down, and being 12, they insisted that I come along with them. So
they didn't give you a choice.
Yeah.
Do you want to stay in Minnesota, or do you want?
I came along for the ride, thankfully. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess that answers that part, huh?
Yeah. I'm happy to be here.
In Columbia, though, you guys moved to Columbia.
Before it was cool, man. Yeah.
Hey,
Mealtown
cool. It might have been a little cooler then.
It was grimier, for sure, which is cool in some scenarios.
It's all perspective.
Yeah.
So what music-wise, what got you into music? When did you start playing?
My mom teaches piano, so like specifically to kids, so about 3 or 4, started taking lessons and hated it, just wasn't into it. But kept taking it, moved down here, picked up the guitar, got into the drums a little bit, and then discovered guys like Elton John, Billy Joel, and got back into the piano and enjoyed it a lot more. I don't know, it's just always been something that has been around the house and grew up in church singing, and I've tried to quit it, but I can't quit.
Is it something that you use more as like an outlet versus like I'm pursuing this as a career?
I think that flips back and forth. I don't know, a couple times over in the last couple of years, I've gotten to the point where I'm like, I'm done chasing this thing, and I'll just put it aside for a while. I think it's definitely, I didn't realize how much processing I do just sitting and playing. So that's been something that I've realized and have tried to utilize in recent years. But then also like kind of redefining what a successful music project or career looks like has helped me to kind of go like, no, I think I'll stick with this. And some effect, not enough to burn yourself out, but enough to like just get a taste.
The
cravings.
A nibble.
That's right. Yeah,
if you will.
Yeah, skosh.
Yeah. So, what got you involved with Mealtown Coffee then? Was it just were you a fan of coffee before you started working there?
No, I don't. I mean, I liked coffee, but like not on the level of it being a hobby. I had been waiting tables and knew a guy, Justin Gervasi. I've known him. He's our roaster now at Mealtown, like the head honcho coffee guy roaster. And I've known him most of my life, and we waited tables together in Spring Hill, and he left, and I ran into him, and he told me that they were starting this coffee shop up, and it had been going for like 6 months to a year, and I jumped in, and just stuck around ever since.
The rest is history.
Yeah, man.
There's just the thing that, like, I actually had Aaron on the podcast yesterday, and we had this conversation around the topic of that energy that's in coffee shops.
This Aaron right here?
Yes,
this guy?
I did, Aaron.
Okay.
Yeah. And we didn't, I don't think nailed it down, but there's like a culture in coffee shops where, like, everyone's there doing something.
Oh, yeah.
There's like that energy. There's like a coffee shop culture.
Oh, yeah. Like the creative side of it, you mean? Like,
in a sense, but it's like almost community is like, it's like it gives people a place to be, I guess. I mean, do you see that when you're there?
Yeah, we talked a lot in the early days, especially about just like having a third place. You know, you have like people in general have like home and work, and then they might have like a church or a bar or someplace that they just have another group of people that they get together with regularly, and just making Muletown just that kind of place where people could just go there and see their friends, and it feels like kind of a grown-up clubhouse that you get to visit every once in a while. And I think that's like one of the core ideas that we try to cling to, just like always making it a very welcoming, like you're gonna high five 5 people that you know, and you know, just stopping in for 5 minutes.
When I go in there, I know there's gonna be at least 2 to 3 people minimum that's gonna be like, hey, I got to say hey, which I enjoy.
Yeah, it's fun.
I think Muletown Coffee was the first place that I found that, like, that third home culture. It's hard sometimes to focus at home on like what you need to do, like you know what you need to do, but you're in a place of not routine, but like, I don't know, you're comfortable there. You're like, you have to force yourself out of, like, you know, instead of, say you go home and you go sit down on the couch and like that's what you do. Yeah. Like you got to break it a routine. It's like, sure, if you're breaking it and trying to do something in home, it might be difficult versus like, I'm going to go set up here and work. And you're kind of like drawing that line there.
If I'm at home, it's very easy to start playing Mario Kart. You know what I mean? It's really easy. The temptation's there. So
it's yelling at you. Yeah. You're like, Mario, stop talking.
Yeah, man. Gotta get out of there,
bro. But then, it's interesting, and I think that I remember y'all were open at later. I think it was when y'all were closing at like 8 time frame. This was like,
we've tried out some wild hours.
What's the wildest time frame so far?
I think we stayed open until 9 at some point. Ooh. It just turns out not many people want
coffee.
Yeah, it's not good for you that late. You know, better start off with it. Yeah, I mean, to each their own. I would rather wind down than spike back up.
Coffee question. What's your, after you finish taking a sip of this coffee, what's your...
Yeah, it was on cue.
It was. What's your favorite coffee? You like black coffee? Do you like a little latte action, Americano?
Man, I like it all. I think drip coffee is what I consume the most of. And then every once in a while I'll just try like something like an ice mocha that I never drink, and I'm just like, my God, this is amazing. So... yeah, I don't know. Ebbs and flows for me. I'll get into something for a couple of weeks and then discover something else, and that's just like, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever. And I get bored and go to something else. So I'm all over the map.
I keep going back and forth, but I mean, just like I said, I don't know the full picture, and as I form the full picture, I'm like,
I'm chewing gum, by the way. Is that all right?
I didn't know. It depends on what flavor.
It's like some weird, like, healthy stuff. It's really sticky. If I get it anywhere on me, it's going to be on for...
Maybe you should keep it in your mouth.
I just realized that.
I mean, if you want to spit it out, we can make it happen.
No, that's gross. I don't know why I said that. We'll stick with it.
That's gross.
What's going on?
So, I feel like artists in the music world, it serves as a form of self-expression. What's your self-expression journey or self-awareness journey look like?
Oh, as it pertains to music?
Not even necessarily music, but I was just saying, like, in general, there's, like, you know, gaining self-awareness and like who you are. Yeah. And I feel like the music is an outlet for that, in a way for that to be defined, but what's that journey look like?
Yeah. I mean, I think I tend to be a bit of a space cadet, a little scattered up here. And so, I don't know, I want to say it was like, I think I was a late bloomer, but I want to say like my mid to late 20s, I started going like, wait a second now, this is all going very fast, and like realizing stuff about myself and what made me tick, and putting words to it, understanding what I actually thrive in versus what I felt I was supposed to be good at or pursue or whatever. And so I think that is just unique to each individual. And in music, it started with me doing like just a bunch of like Americana acoustic stuff, and really enjoying it and really wanting to write it. But I think at some point realizing it was just like, it was a little too serious for me. Like, I don't know if you know Thomas Morgan. He and I are doing a little
friend
side,
store.
a little friend store thing. At Friend Store, the band, at Friend Store Band. I don't know what the handle is, but
I think it's
up
a
there.
friend store. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
It's
But
nice
it's
try.
a friend store.
Yeah, check it out. It's just like really silly. We're just trying to have a lot of fun. I really dig the stuff that we're making. We're still like in the beginning stages of it, but it's been something that's like, it just feels way more like myself. Where I'm not like I think sharing it also with someone else and that can go like, oh man, that we're not going to sing that. That's not us. Has been really helpful in kind of keeping the North Star and writing stuff that I actually want to say and or would think was cool or funny or whatever.
Yeah. You're like, this gives us the guidance in a way. Like he's bouncing it back and forth.
Yeah.
What birthed the friend store? What built the building? Opened the doors, if you will.
Yeah, I think, all right. What I love about living in a small town, I am going to answer the question indirectly, is like just the amount that I can play with it and kind of feel like I can have an impact on it, because of the smaller numbers. So we're in the Columbia Arts Building, and this is how Friend Store, the idea started. I've known Thomas for forever. I realized that in the Columbia Arts Building on the basement level, I hope that whoever owns this building doesn't mind me telling this story. I guess they've changed ownership, so we're not going to do that anymore. The bottom level, they were like doing little spaces.
When it was
like $50 a month is what you'd pay, and I don't think that there was a lease. And I just thought like, from like a performance art standpoint, that's very cheap like investment to do something very strange. And so Thomas and I joked about like it'd be really cool to just set up like a very cheap lawn chair and like a card table and have one guy that was like playing a receptionist role, and you could just come in, make a donation, and then we had like someone who would play out one of 5 archetypical friends, so like the good listener or like the guy that's got your back or like the long lost friend or whatever, and just for 5 minutes we'd just be committed to staying in character and just like, oh my gosh, that sounds so hard, just really try and
in it.
Not under any kind of idea that people would actually become friends with someone that way, but just the gimmick of it was really funny to me. And we started going down that road and realizing that would mean that we'd actually have to like be here at times and just like sitting around waiting for anyone to be bored enough to come in and spend money that way. And so we quickly kind of sidestepped into like, what if we started a band instead? And so just this fun built around this just gimmicky, over the top, silly idea of being best friends with somebody.
I think you could still, that could be like a side thing, like a show.
Yeah,
like
we still talk about it a lot.
Like if someone tips, like someone's assigned to following them. Like,
100%. And like having just making up some kind of really quick survey that they bubble in, and then we like feed that into a cardboard box and like, and then it like assigns them the friend.
One box to check. Did you have a great time?
Absolutely. And set up a QR code, and people could make donations if they want to, so that hopefully we can't be taxed for it. It's not in existence, so it doesn't matter.
There's no LLC for that?
No, not yet. No. Yeah, that's the idea. It's very silly. I love the idea of just like playing around with the small town and keeping it kind of strange.
Yeah.
Like that attracts me to it. It's not everybody's cup of tea, I understand.
Hey, I mean, there's different flavors of tea.
That's true. That's a fact. Lots of different kinds.
Do you like tea?
It's not like my passion, but again, every once in a while, I'll just have something that just lights me up, and I'm like,
that is,
oh my gosh, this is the best thing I've. Have you tried this? And then it has like about a 2-week half-life, and I'm out of it soon after.
Talk to me about the growth of Columbia that you've seen while you've been here.
Yeah, it's booming. It's booming.
Cool. No.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
What are you talking about? I've been at Muletown for 8-9 years, and Started off just as a barista and then managed the shop for a little bit, and then stepped out to do stuff on like the wholesale and sales and marketing. And now if I'm trying to step back into the cafe to work bar or whatever, I mean, it is humbling how busy we are, and I'm still in the mindset of like, oh, I can do it. I can get in there and make drinks, and it is wild, like what the baristas are handling on the daily while giving good customer service and turning out a good drink is just, like I said, humbling. That is one of the hardest jobs in the company, is just pounding through drinks.
What outside of music and
the rest of the city has grown as well.
Yeah,
you asked me about the city, and I was like, well, here's
I mean,
something about Muletown only. Yeah.
You had me second guess myself because I was like, did I say Muletown? Yeah. And I was like, that is the town.
Yeah.
Muletown.
It's blowing up. It's bittersweet.
I mean, it's happening because of Muletown coffee. I mean, it's the center.
I would never say that. That would be so embarrassing to think. But yeah, it's wild. It's bittersweet to me. I miss some of like, it's just like, you know, your favorite TV show like gets bigger and new cast members come in. It's like you still like it, but like there's some old episodes that were really good. But it's cool now because there are a lot of great opportunities, and obviously like it's good for the company and everybody that works there.
Growth. It's growth. Yeah. You into meditation at all? Do you like reading books? Do you?
I do read books. It's really hard for me to get my mind to go like, shh, which I think is a really good sign that meditation would be helpful. But even doing that is hard. I love the idea of it. I think, and I try and build on that, but I'm not very good at it. But I think like for me, reading and music are somewhat meditative.
Forms of that.
Just like holding
your
my
attention
thought to one thing.
Yeah.
What about you?
What, meditational?
Yeah.
I meditate.
Are you good? Are you good at meditating?
I've done it off and on for like 4 or 5 years.
Okay.
I'd say I've led 4 guided meditations.
Whoa.
With like just one-on-one
Like
with
how
people.
Long?
25 to 35 minutes.
You play music in the background?
Yeah.
What kind of music you put in there?
Depends on the situation, but usually like 432 hertz, like a healing noise.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just almost like it's just like that. I'll let the mic will pick that up, but just like, well, there's a bunch of this will dive into like the.
Here's what I want you to do though, and I will volunteer to be your guinea pig. Sorry,
okay.
can I just can I take it? Can I take
of
control
that's
the?
That's what I want.
The
Conversate. Yeah.
So I want you to put it on like a soundtrack radio station. You know, like so Hans Zimmer and is that his name? Hopefully nobody's mad at me if I just got his name wrong. Interstellar guy. All these guys, and then but you don't know what it is, and then I'll just be laying there, and then you like conduct the guided meditation to this like super dynamic
wild,
like swells, like what is happening right here, like video wise planets would be exploding in this section, horses in battle.
I'm like, what do you see?
Yeah.
What are you feeling right now?
Yeah. It's the least relaxing meditation.
Like destruction.
Yeah.
My thoughts are everywhere.
Empires are crumbling. Yeah.
But no, I mean, I got into meditation. I don't even know. I think the concepts of what I was learning about it, like I think it stemmed from Nikola Tesla.
Oh, really? Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Tell me about that.
Like, I was looking into him, and like, you know, he has a lot of insight on like universal knowledge and frequencies, vibrations, stuff like that. And that led me into like how music affects the mind, like subconsciously through like the frequencies and the lows and the highs, and you know, there's certain frequencies and pitches or whatever you will that positively or negatively program the subconscious mind.
Yeah.
And that interested me a lot, which led me to meditation. And I was like, I have no idea how to meditate. So I started with the Headspace app.
Oh, yeah.
It's a guided meditation app. And like there's different that you could do for like before you go to sleep, like when you wake up or like midday or whatever it is. And I did that, learning from that. And that's developed into, I'm not paying for the app because it was a trial. And I was like, I'm not going to pay for it. So I just started doing it like on my own. And that's not like I don't do it every single day like I would like to, but it's just like anything else. I mean, you gotta force yourself to do it. But I've learned that there's a misconception behind it, and I've said this several times in the past, but like you can't silence your mind. And a lot of people believe you have to silence your mind to be meditating, but it's more so being aware. You said, okay, I'm out.
No,
like, keep
going.
But like, it's impossible to not have thoughts.
Yeah.
Like, so it's more so, like you said, like when like music is a form of meditation, like it's focusing on one thing. So like in meditation, they say like focus on your breathing, like inhaling, exhaling, like counting your breaths. Like, it's hard to count from 1 to 10.
Yeah.
Without your thoughts going from counting to what am I, whatever it is, like whether it's what I'm eating today or like worried about stress or anxiety, whatever it is, it's refocusing it back onto, for instance, like you said, like earlier, like when the AC's on and like you can hear it in the mics when you're about to play something, if you stop and go turn that off, like you're losing your focus on that.
Yeah,
Same concept. So like the more I started doing it, the more I noticed that, like, you know, I'd focus on my breathing and notice when I wasn't meditating, like I'd be stressed or whatever's happening, I'd just be like, I'd be consciously like I could recenter myself.
Yeah.
And that
Gotta
really,
go back to the Om.
The Om.
Go back
Exactly.
to the Om.
The Om.
I think that I don't think that I meditate, but I think that I've like found I think that I do like a cousin to it, which is just like setting aside time for just me to process stuff, like going on like a solo hike. That would be something that I do where like, because I think a part of that, and this is, I've got no data to back all of this up. I'm not going to be able to like cite my work sources, but I think like there's so much throughout the day that like I'm thinking about something that might have happened weeks ago, but I don't have the time, nor really should I be doing it. Like that's a big problem that everybody has right now, is like being in the moment. So you're just suppressing. And for me, like hiking or even playing piano, like I was saying, or like driving in the car listening to music.
It's spending time with yourself.
Yeah, and giving myself like, hey, this is the time that you can play something back.
Yeah.
And because otherwise I'll try and do it at like the worst times, like I'm like hanging out with my kids, but I'm thinking about last Thursday, and then when they pull me back into reality, I have that knack to go like, what
Yeah.
When it's just not the time for it.
Yeah, there's a time and place for everything.
Yeah.
And like I think with on a bigger picture wise, like how many people, like you said, you go on a hike, like there's different forms that you have, but there's some people that don't have that time at all in any aspect. And it could be found anywhere, but it's just think of ways that you enjoy spending time with yourself. There's a guy I know, Skylar, and he rides dirt bikes, and like this isn't on a podcast conversation, but like we were talking about meditation. He came to the visionary workshop next door and like vision board and like focus stuff like that. But I was like, do you meditate? Like I asked everybody if they meditate, because it opens the door for like things. But he's like, no, not really. I don't really like spending like time like that, like with myself in that aspect. And he's like, but I love riding dirt bikes. And I was like, that's your form right there. Like you are focused on what is happening in that moment right now. Like you can't be like, oh, whenever I'm gonna like,
not going to be good if you take your mind off what's happening.
Exactly. But there's just so many different forms, and I think, but the biggest thing is like it's not silencing it. It's being aware of the thoughts as they cross and they enter, and you're like, oh, there's that thought. Yeah, and I'm gonna watch it go.
Yeah, that's good. That's huge too. It's just not like being hijacked by those thoughts and just observing them as they pass by.
Exactly, like clouds
as if it's
in
all
the sky.
A movie. That's right. That's right. That's good, dude. Hey.
What?
Cheers to you. We're doing great. This is most watched podcast so far, right? Or episode.
I didn't even look at the time either. Normally, I look at the time when we start, so I can
have babe.
Yeah,
it's
I
going
don't
by.
know what it is. Are you enjoying it so far?
Yeah, I'm having a blast.
Nice.
Can we put in like crowd applause right here and just like
it snaps?
Yeah. Oh, I like that. Jazzy. Yeah.
There it is.
A bunch of beatniks sitting here with us today.
I haven't heard that term, beatniks.
Oh, ever? You've never heard it?
No.
Oh, dude.
I'm like, define that. You like go look in the mirror.
Well, I think like beat poetry would be, I don't know why we're going into this, but I would say like my earliest exposure to beatnik culture would be Doug Funny. Do you remember Doug Funny?
I've heard of him.
Oh, man.
Doug Funny?
Doug Funny, dude.
Was he funny?
His sister was a beatnik. Judy, I think, was her name. She was always wearing like the beret, dark glasses. Yeah, thank you. 80s kid, 90s kid. Okay, early 90s. She was just very into like beat poetry and what's Jack Kerouac's like the the road, the way, something like that. I don't know. It's like it's what it's just another thing to get into.
No, I mean,
Doug, don't get into beat poetry and don't get into beatnik culture, but do get into
Doug Funny.
Doug Funny, yeah, Doug on Disney and Nickelodeon. Man, he was hopping.
I must have seen him before. I had no thought of it. But
how old are you?
25.
Oh yeah, it might be. I don't know.
Just out of my.
See, like back in the day, you know, if you didn't have cable, like Saturday mornings hit so much harder because ABC did like one Saturday morning, and they had a bunch of like generic, like what are these cartoons? But you were just happy anyways, just to be seeing anything. And then Doug made the old jump from Nickelodeon over to Disney, and really
Shout out Doug.
meant a lot. Yeah, wherever he is, man.
Shout out Doug. It's like the Blues Clues guy. How like he came out of
video.
nowhere. Yeah, and everyone's like, he's back.
Just telling you how proud you are, and everybody's like, "What is this?" And then crying a minute later.
I mean, he
Is that
came out of
Joe,
nowhere.
Steve?
Yeah,
Steve.
Yeah, Steve's right. Yeah,
One syllable.
shout
name.
out Steve.
Yeah, dude. All the shout outs today.
I used to love Blues Clues, to be honest.
Yeah?
That was one of my shows. Bear in the Big Blue House.
Oh, yeah, the giant, like, Sesame Street
scary looking
puppet.
bear. Yeah,
dude.
he was friendly.
Yeah, he's a good bear.
See, that opens up another topic: appearances.
Speaking
appearances,
conspiracy theories with the last guy, we're
And
talking
that would
children's shows and giant puppets.
But I was
dude.
about to use that as an avenue.
Okay,
of
appearances?
appearance. Like, look
Okay.
at this big bear, but look how nice he is.
Yeah, dude. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Don't judge a bear by its cover.
That's true. That's true.
Are you into the conspiracy world?
I wouldn't say I love. I wouldn't say that I am a actual believer in any of them.
But you dabble with the theories. You're like,
I'll
expand
I
on
can't
it.
help it. I love it for a couple of weeks, and then I'm like, I got to put this away. This is making everything just a little too dark outside, which it very well might be. Chances are, but I don't want to know. I don't.
That's a
red or
good
blue
point.
pill. I don't remember which one was the one that I could keep eating steak, but I want in the Matrix to eat the one where I still get to eat steak.
Fair. I just want the conclusion of like the conspiracy thing that like you can go deep. There's multiple different avenues, but is there really an answer?
Yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna have that like Nicolas Cage National Treasure moment where like I steal the Declaration of Independence and redeem my whole family's name. Like it's never gonna happen. So
It might.
why crack that briefcase?
It might.
Yeah,
In your own
too
journey.
busy for it.
Yeah, fair. You're like, I gotta make this post. It's not
Yeah.
gonna happen. I'm running a friend's store.
Yeah, that's right, man. We got to put out music. I don't have time to steal the Declaration of Independence.
So what does it look like for you going forward? In general, just staying with Columbia area, staying with Muletown, pursuing music more.
I mean, Columbia is home. That being said, I feel like I'm still pretty young, so plenty of life to change my mind on that. Muletown, I really enjoy just because the nature of my job, I get to do something different week to week. I'm more of a projects guy at this point.
Creative expression.
Absolutely. And it also, as you said before, gets me in touch with people that are doing their own creative thing, which fires me up to go do my own creative thing more. Yeah, so this year, stay tuned. Muletown's still going to be rocking. Friend store, we're going to be hopefully doing some stuff. Supposedly, I haven't talked to him, but Thomas has talked to Dre from Goon, who I believe you had on the podcast.
Yeah.
And so hopefully we can do some kind of show over there. Just get wild, crack some Miller High Lifes or something classy like that.
Champagne and beers.
Yeah, dude, absolutely. Or some banquet, and then working on a children's card game. That'll be
Children's
fun.
card game.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that.
Yeah,
What's
it's
that? What's that?
Okay, well, first let me ask you this. We're just I don't know what your nerd demographic looks like, but we're growing.
I'm still figuring out the demographic that listens to us. So I mean, that's why
Okay,
but that's the thing is everybody's different. Like ours right now is just a back and forth, random, we're just chill chatting about random topics. I mean,
90s cartoons, coffee, meditation,
a little bit of conspiracy thought and talking there.
Hey, what was the question?
I don't think there was a question.
Okay.
I think you. Just said the card game. Yeah, you said children's card.
Have
game.
you ever played? Dungeons and Dragons, Tyler?
No, but I know the concept of it, and I would love to learn more about it because it seems it seems like there's a lot of creative juices that are going into that.
I want to say this. I have, okay, so it's the most fun I've ever had doing anything in my entire life.
Really?
Yeah. I've had 3 kids and done the deed that goes along with the process of creating those. And still, I would say, like, for the record, Dungeons & Dragons, super freaking fun. Anyways, though, the game is basically a way for you to do that with kids because the game is, like, super complex. So pick a quest, pick a location, pick a monster, just out of a deck of cards, and then that becomes the quest, and then I kind of explain to the kids what they have to do, and then it's just playing with sticks and rocks in the backyard, just like old school playing, no screen,
imagination,
yeah, absolutely, collaborative play. It's fun.
I feel like we lose our imagination as we get older, and it's up to us to, and this kind of gets into like the trauma world of things, but like we all have that inner child, and it's keeping that connection. It's imagination, man. Like you said, when we were little and stuff, running around like playing war with sticks, like it's
so
all
fun.
there. Like you're having fake tea parties. I didn't have tea parties, but
you
the
can,
concept,
though, knowing that you can if you want to.
But that imagination is like the dreams, like your aspirations and stuff. And like as we get older, we kind of lose it.
Yeah, 100%. Playing with old, dude, I mean, my son's playing with like old Batman action figures, you know, that were mine, you know, and thinking like, I never thought at 6 that I'd be playing with my sons with these action figures, but like going back, man, just like feeling your brain like revving up back into that mode of play is so strange and wonderful and rewarding. And watching old cartoons, and yeah, it's great. Like Doug Funny.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I don't have any children of my own right now.
That's okay. That's all right.
It is.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, self-awareness journey, we've covered that. I mean, do you have any trials and tribulations that you've gone through that you've had to overcome? I mean, you seem very content, and that's powerful.
Well, Tyler, I was rejected on national television on NBC's The Voice. No one turned their chair for me. So what do you think? Do I have trauma and trials and tribulations? No, it's good.
See, no, we found.
I am pretty content, man. No, yeah.
We found that's a soft
Flip
spot.
this table right here.
We can turn my chair around, and I'll turn around. He said, "Thank you."
I mean,
that's very kind of you.
If it's not too much to ask, that would actually that would be great.
Maybe we'll get swivel chairs in here.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
No, but how was that experience though? See, I mean,
yeah. Oh, it was fun.
What made you want to go on to the show?
Well, I'll tell you, it was super random. Like I used to just like post videos of myself playing piano on Instagram and hashtag music or whatever, and some producer found me and shot me an email to an email address that I never check. I think my Instagram was like linked to SoundCloud or something. And I was going to see Dawes at the Ryman and having the time of my life. And I opened up this email just on a whim. Like, I don't know why I checked the inbox. And there was the invite, and I called them and I was like, this is a scam, right? And they said no. And I went down to Atlanta for an audition and got through, and then they flew me out to LA for a week and got through that, and then they flew me out for a month and had my dreams shattered on national television. So I just totally were making you feel awkward. Sorry.
I was just like, I don't know where he was going to go with that.
No. It was good. Oh yeah, thanks.
Are we doing the swivel chair?
Hey, I want you to be
the judge.
Gwen Stefani, whoever's that would have been the one that I was hoping to get placed with.
Can you sing me something?
Yeah, I believe my song was Allison. I'm not gonna do more than that because I can't decide if I was gonna be silly with it. Yeah, you can turn now.
Whoa, I have to see. This is beautiful.
Thank you, Gwen.
You said everything's fixed.
Yeah.
Everything's good now.
The healing that is taking place here. That's awesome.
But
Who would you want to turn for you? All right, you got guy from Maroon 5. I forget his name. Okay.
What's his name? Adam Levine.
There we go. Blake Shelton, Gwen Stefani, Alicia Keys. Whose team you going on? And you get to meet, who's the other guy that's not Ryan Seacrest, but their version of him?
I'm notorious for not watching anything at all.
It's okay,
So
good for you. He has short brown hair, that's all I remember about him.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know.
Not much
But
to
if
go
I had
on,
to
you're
choose and I was like that was it and I was up there, like
Yeah.
for one, I'm not striving to get on there. Like,
Come on,
I'd
don't
get
be
up
humble.
there. You say, come on. I would have to say, I don't know, Gwen Stefani.
Yeah, dude,
She's
why
hot.
not?
I mean,
yeah, she'd be so much fun.
Yeah, I mean, like, thank you.
I feel like my confidence would be through the roof with Gwen Stefani. Like, it's great.
You're like, that's all that matters.
I'd be spelling bananas to her all the time. It'd be great. Bananas. It's a Hollaback Girl reference.
You said for anyone that's picking that up.
Yeah.
I'm throwing it out there.
Yeah.
No, but on the serious note of that, I mean, did that prevent you from playing music for a little bit when that happened, or?
No, I think
because it didn't seem like you planned on going there anyway, so it was kind of like this is happening. I'm gonna go do this, and it didn't work. And
I think what it caused for me was a pendulum swing, like too far into it. So like I came back and I was super fired up, which that's not a bad thing. But put out a little EP and really loved it. Still think I'm very proud of it, and went out and started like co-writing all the time and playing in Nashville all the time, and just did like, you know, 'cause that's kind of the thing that you're told is just like one thing and grind it in, and just burnt myself out on it, and then one day was just like, I think I'm done, and took a year where I didn't play anything or sing anything. And
so what'd you pick up during that year? Because there's something you probably gravitated towards.
I did a lot of reading, did a lot of started getting into hiking more.
What kind of books you like?
Man, I'm all over the map. I'm in, this is a great series right now, of which I've read one, so I don't know if it's a great series, but the book so far is great. Shady Hollow. So I love bookstores, just the smell of the paper is awesome. And Barnes & Noble, okay, has a cozy mystery section, which I didn't even know that was a genre to make up a whole section in a bookstore.
Did you feel cozy when you were over there?
So yeah, I wanted it to be fall so bad. I wanted like a flannel shirt on.
That's a little sweater.
Yeah, but this book Shady Hollow is it's a murder mystery with a bunch of woodland creatures that are just have like human. They live in a village. They've figured out how to make a society, and mice and bear and moose and rabbit and fox all act in harmony, and then one of them gets murdered. So, but just the fact that that's not a children's book and somebody just took it all the way, I was just like, this is insane.
This is powerful.
Yeah. So that's what I'm reading right now. And the book before that, I think, was some kind of like commentary on social media and internet fame, and like how it just kind of causes you to detach from reality and sometimes things that matter. That was called Nobody is Talking About This, or no one is talking about this. Shout out Bryson Leach for that recommendation that ruined me for a couple of weeks. Powered through it for a day or two, and then just couldn't stop thinking about it.
A book that did that to me was A New Heaven, New Earth.
I don't know.
Eckhart Tolle.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it made me detach from. I was like, is this world real?
Yeah.
Because the way it described anything was like everything is everything. If you get down to like the molecule level, and I was just like, if that's true, which it is true, then what is anything? And I actually stopped reading it. I ended
one
up,
of those
I finished
locks
it.
you
I
up a
finished
little
it.
bit. Where
Yeah.
like, I don't know if I can press through this. Yes, it's true, Tyler. We are conduits for consciousness, and even now, one consciousness is just observing the other consciousness. When I look into your eyes, just the same life force looking in at itself.
Exactly. See, now we're getting somewhere right here. What if we, at the same time...
Can I get an amen?
Yeah. How about snaps again?
Yeah, beatnik. I like it.
That was a little profound right there. Where did that come from?
I don't know. I think I've made that joke so many times, like just to
but
go
it's
through
true.
it. But it is true.
But it's truth.
Yeah.
But the truth is funny sometimes, is it? I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
I guess it's perspective.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't... Yeah, are we going to go straight up existential crisis on the podcast today? Just
I don't know where it's going. I don't know where it's going
existence?
right now, and I enjoy it. I enjoy it a lot because it's just literally we're just flowing. I mean, we just pulled a chair.
Bring on the
we
chaos.
What's your thoughts right now? Or you, if you want to ask me something again, let's roll.
Okay.
All
right.
All right, time's up.
Okay. who would be like the dream interview? Not like a local person. You have to hurt anybody's feelings.
Honestly, I've not even ever thought about that. Really.
Okay, cool.
I mean.
Okay, cool.
I mean,
they have to be alive.
It's honestly the guests have like lined up in the just line up. Like I'll be like how it happened with you.
Yeah.
I didn't plan on like I have to have Austin Tyler Jones on the podcast. Like no offense, don't take that way at all. But like
no, I was surprised as you were too. Probably more so.
Chris was like, okay, you take Austin.
Yeah. You're gonna sit there though and say that like given the chance, Jeff Goldblum, you wouldn't bring him in here. You're gonna tell me that he's not sitting up on a pedestal?
I'm actually one person away network wise from Jeff Goldblum.
All right, let's talk.
Let's
talk. Who can I talk to get in touch with
There's
Jeff?
a guy that actually canceled yesterday who was supposed to come on. He goes by Andy Robot, and he does like robotics programming and like owns a bunch of patents for like robot arms that hold TV screens and like flip bottles and all that stuff. But he does movie sets and like the green screen stuff behind for the robotic, like flipping the cars and stuff like that. But he's done several movies with Jeff Goldblum, and he's been out to his place several times. But it's wild. It's just that dude lives like off like Highway 7, like
that's awesome.
Right here. You know, you remember the Apple commercial where like the robot arm was holding the iPhone and it was like flipping it and like showing it off? That was in his warehouse here.
That's wild. Yeah, same like what is it, Froggy's Fog, that does like all the smoke for like just a bunch of these stadiums for like NFL football teams. You know about those guys?
No. Are they here?
I think they're tied in. Yeah, I think they're tied in with who else did you interview? Eric.
Oh, okay, yeah. He's in all that, yeah.
Yeah,
you know a lot of guests that's been on here. Have you done a little research before?
Yeah, man, I'm looking you up, buddy. I'm doing my research.
I'm
not just gonna go on here cold, you know.
Okay, it's fair. So which one have you liked that you've looked into? Have you watched? I mean, no offense if you haven't, but like.
No. I don't
actually,
know.
I might be a little offended.
Well, I mean, like, I don't think I could say I know so many of the people that have been on the podcast. So I'm not gonna just be like, oh,
that's my favorite. You can say
one.
You can tell me after. It's okay.
Okay, yeah, yeah, I'll do that.
That's fun. I really enjoy it. This is wild. Like each one's different, and like I'm not sponsored anymore. Like at first, like Visit Columbia was sponsoring, and Amp Sound and Lighting. So like I love them. Thanks for sponsoring the first round. But like I feel like a ability to just be free now in a weird way.
They really putting some pressure on you?
Not even that, but I felt like there's certain.
Tell them how you feel.
Well, we can talk about I got denied some sponsorships here recently.
Bummer.
But it allows just like I was like sketched out before. Not even like I need to make sure this has to be just like this, but now it's just like I'm just going with the flow.
Yeah.
And it's like who cares what we talk about? Like I'm just there's no limit now, and it's weird, but I enjoy it.
That's cool. Do you do? I mean, I guess I didn't. You're doing like the clips. Are you guys doing like editing, like all of the and
no, this is just going straight on there.
Just straight through.
Yeah.
Pressure.
That's
hard, man. Yeah. I mean, not on me.
Yeah.
Like, do you? I mean, it might be on.
But it's a challenge.
Yeah, for sure.
That's why it's like you get it. And like taking it back, I used to like try and write out and like I'm gonna know what to talk about. But now it just like bounce off what the other person's saying. But like for instance, like our podcast right now, like it's kind of all over. But I enjoy it because it's like all right, well, let's just bounce around. Like I said, like I just spun around in a chair like I was on The Voice for you.
Yeah.
Like what other guests have I done
Dream
that for?
come true. No one. No, I'm the first guest on the WorthWhile podcast to get a chair turn for NBC's The Voice on the WorthWhile podcast.
How do you feel about that?
Just another Monday, bro.
See, I like this because it's like I keep saying that, like I'm trying to validate it for everybody else. Like I like it. You should like this too.
There are alarms going off in your head of how chaotic this is, and you're like, no, this is good.
It's
you're
what it's supposed
actively
to be.
trying to convince
this is what
yourself.
It's supposed to be. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, cool.
I don't even know what I was gonna say now.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's almost like I'm not trying to compare myself to Joe Rogan's podcast because I'm my own podcast.
Come on,
but
dude.
you know how they're just you don't know what you're gonna hear on it.
Yeah,
and it's like, I mean, I think the variety of things we've covered so far is just growing too. I don't even know what, like I said, time we're at. I don't know what time we're at. Let's break the fourth wall again. What time are we at? 44. Look at that.
Easy. Easy, bro.
It's just smooth. Let me think for a second.
What's your podcast? What's the one that you're listening to? I'll give you a podcast. You give me a podcast.
I'm not really listening to a podcast right now, but
Touche.
see, like same. So it's nothing, this podcast. No, but I do like Jay Shetty's podcast called On Purpose.
Okay.
He has some like huge name people on there, but he like almost like finds out how to get to that core, like that deep, like thought provoking thing, or like life changing situation thing. It was kind of inspirational a little bit. It's not the reason why I started this. I wanted to do this for years, just because I love people and I like talking to people.
Yeah.
But
you actually went all the way, man. You know how many times I've gone like, I think I'm going to start a podcast, and just.
I mean, literally, like
so many people are going to start a podcast, and then they never do, and you're not one of those people.
You know, it's thanks to people like you who are here.
Yeah.
Well, you said, you're
welcome.
You said, throw me on the credits. I want to be on the credits.
Yeah, I'll take a cut.
But no, that thought process, though, like, I've said this literally yesterday, but there's a podcast or a video on YouTube from 5 years ago where I did the WorthWhile interview with somebody. And
on the back deck.
Yeah,
bro, I went deep. I went into the archives,
bro,
man.
You know my birthday too?
Yeah, dude. It's August 22nd, 19.
It's close. It's July 27th, but it's coming up.
Yeah. Happy birthday in advance.
Thanks, bro. Thanks. But that podcast though, or interview, I don't think it was. No, it's not a podcast. There's no audio anywhere. It's just a video. But that was the start. That was like the dream of it. Like that's what this was supposed to be. But I started it. A couple people. I did 2 of them. I did one with Damian Boggs.
Okay.
And phenomenal. It was at Cities.
Okay.
And in my head, I was like, oh, this collab's fantastic. I was like, we're at Cities. I'm getting this phenomenal. Like, we got deep. Like, it was like what I wanted it to be, but sound wasn't recording. I was like, Another one, a friend. Yeah. So
so that one was never released.
No, I still have the video, but there's just no sound.
Bro, but now what you do is you get Damien back in here and you record just the audio and try and figure out what you guys were saying. But like just one take only, and just like, let's see what that becomes. Where you're doing weird voiceovers for yourself, man. It'd be awesome.
I mean,
super bizarre.
I would attempt it, but it probably won't end up well.
I'll text Damien after this.
You're like, we're gonna make this happen.
Hey man, I need you to do something for me. Pulling in a favor.
But that was like literally like December, maybe like early January. Like the thought of this reemerged, and I was like, I'm gonna do it.
Of this year?
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and I was like,
fast. Nice.
That's literally. I was like, I'm gonna do this, and I want it to be right if I'm gonna do it. I'm not gonna like. And then this man Aaron, I met him literally January, and it lined up perfect because I was like, this is an avenue that it could come to life. Because like at first I was like, I could just get the equipment and do it upstairs in my like house, but like it's like, I mean, for be very frank, like I got weed upstairs, like I'll smoke occasionally, like it's like
nice.
It's not like a place that I want to have people come to that feels like a spot. I don't know,
but
and like
then again,
like, but it's like. I don't know, you know what I mean? So I was like, it can't be here. It needs to be a consistent location regardless. And like, I mean, for instance, I had Blair Garner on here yesterday. And it's like, I can't have Blair Garner to my upstairs, to my like, want to be like music studio. It's like,
yeah.
It's like, I don't know, it's wild. But then, like I said, I met Aaron, and it just unfolded into this journey that now it's been 4 months.
That's awesome.
Going on 4 months. And here you are. Sitting here.
Serendipitous.
In the WorthWhile spotlight.
That's right.
Do you feel illuminated?
Yeah, it's pretty bright up here. Should have brought my sunglasses. Might be my future that's that bright, actually. It's a terrible joke.
I didn't get it.
Oh, man, we had such a roll going, and then I just threw in an awkwardness grenade. That's my bad.
Is that your thing? Do you like awkwardness grenades?
No, I don't enjoy it. They just tend to be lobbed in inadvertently by me.
I guess that's how
I
grenades
didn't do it
work.
on purpose, you know.
That's how they work, though. You don't expect the grenade.
Yeah, that's true.
You only feel the explosion.
Bro, you're just like a walking, I don't know, just quote machine, you know?
Really? You think so?
You don't expect the grenade, you just feel the explosion.
That is quite deep.
Dude.
Introspective.
I'm going to have to unpack that one. I'm going hiking after this.
You feel fragmented?
Oh, it's frag grenade? I see what you're doing there.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. See, this is the fun thing. It's like I can get punny. I can get real punny.
Yeah, dude. How often do you get the opportunity to make grenade puns? Huh?
That's the first one I've ever made.
You have to dust that one off.
Yeah, I might use it again. I have bro, some people are gonna be like, I can't believe you said this joke, because like it's one of the cringy like just stop.
Okay, I'm here for the cringy joke. Let's go.
You've heard the term of like a dealer of said narcotics being a plug. You've heard that term?
Sure.
Okay. Yeah, have you though? Like instead of a drug dealer, it's a plug because they're filling in the need for what you want.
Yeah.
It's a thrown around term, but
I've watched Breaking Bad a time or two.
yeah, you know what? You've seen plugs. No.
Yeah.
So I was like, it's the dealer, said dealer, or whatever it is a plug. Like, if he brings it to you, is that making him extension cord?
I'm with you. Okay, very good. Very good. I mean, it is cheesy, bro. I don't know if I can laugh at it, but I appreciate it.
That's the reaction I want. Is that
okay? Yeah.
Like it's I see what you're doing, but it's bad.
Yeah, dude. That's good respect, though. Walking into that, anyways.
That's gonna be a clip. I'm gonna make that a clip, and I'm gonna send it to the people that I first said the joke to, and be like, now it's on video. Now it's there forever.
Send that clip to future sponsors. And just be like, you can expect gold like this if you sponsor my podcast.
And then the next one's the frag.
Absolutely, dude. Just like a best of. How long until a compilation happens of the WorthWhile?
Well, so I got
like the best moments.
I don't know. I actually thought about that not too long ago. I got up until the last week's one with the Rin from the Frequency Collective. Up until her, I have like 6 to 10 clips of every podcast. But I'm going in and putting the logo and like adding the
watermark,
caption content.
Classy.
What is it called? Caption. I don't know what it's called. Yeah, captions.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I would like to stick a whole montage together. I think that'd be funny.
Yeah, dude. Absolutely. You gonna do a Halloween episode? Gotta get somebody in here dressed up.
I won't be here in October.
Well, I think the way that podcasts and videos work, right, is that you can record them in advance.
Yeah, that's what this is.
For Halloween?
Not for Halloween. I mean...
What time is it right now to the viewer? I guess that's a relative question.
We could really break some walls right now, like, from that aspect. Because, like, I don't know when this is going to come out, to be honest. It'll be in the next 10 weeks.
Yeah,
we could have really,
we could have done.
Yeah. But...
You're not going to be here, like, you're moving? Or
I plan on hitting the road at the end of July.
Where are you going?
I just want to go with the wind. I have a couple destinations I want to go to, but I want to do this on the go with people that I come across on the journey.
What are you taking? What's your rig?
I don't have the camera stuff yet, to be honest.
Well, I'm saying, like, what are you going to travel in?
Oh, Suburban.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna. I plan on staying with people, not necessarily like I'll sleep in the car if I have to. But I just over the years have my network of people. Like I got people in like a couple of people California, a couple of people in New York, like Colorado, like Texas. Like they're kind of spaced out, and I've never been the guy that's like I'm gonna come stay with you, or like I need this or need that. So I'm gonna pull those strings now.
There's a guy, Shia LaBeouf, and like 2 other people. They did like the hashtag project thing where like. They would just put up on Craigslist or Reddit or something or Twitter, hey, we're here, somebody come pick us up, and then just random people would pick them up, put them in the car, and drive them somewhere. Just
I'd be down. I would do it. I mean,
that's cool, man.
I don't really
wanderlust.
Yeah,
I like that.
I've wanted to do it for years, and now, I mean, my current situation of housing and WorthWhile and everything where I'm at, I'm like, if I don't do it right now, I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna keep staying and I want to do it. So
yeah,
I'm just gonna pull the trigger. I don't have a choice at this point. Like my landlord's showing the house next Tuesday, so like it's happening. Like my goal's been like get this podcast recorded, and then my shift goes to selling everything I own in the house. Like all these things that I've collected that makes me who I think I am.
Yeah.
I'm letting it all go. See?
Okay. Yeah, all the earthly possessions.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I've been on a very...
All the stuff.
Yeah.
You know weighing you down, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, I'm saying it like I'm being facetious, but no, I do think it's really cool.
No, I felt really facetious vibes right there. No,
I didn't.
I'm joking.
Nothing malicious, I promise.
I'm joking. I'm going to hit you with a question that...
Let's go.
So you viewed some of these podcasts, right?
Yeah.
So there's a question.
I crammed. You know what I mean? It's like, okay.
You're like, all morning, that's all I've been doing.
Yeah, kind of.
Do you know the question I'm about to ask?
No.
If you can go back to any age during your life and give yourself advice, what age and what would it be?
Oh.
Non-joking wise. Like a pivotal moment. He said, man, I was gonna throw a frag.
Man, I don't even know.
I'll let you ponder.
Yeah. And put like a countdown.
Do you really want to count down? No.
Well, I'm just saying, just or like
I'll
some
do
kind
product placement.
some cool GIF, a cat dancing.
Have a good day.
I don't know. I would say. I think I would just catch myself at any point.
It's got to be specific.
Well, okay. Well, then I'll say 20. I'll just say like, out of high school for a little bit, but like under the delusion that I'm an adult at the age of 20, but like not really. But then probably just be like, I know that you think that you're not worrying about what everybody thinks, but you definitely are. You're just kind of like telling yourself that you're not, but actually don't, and just try and get weird with it and like, let the freak flag fly. You know what I'm saying?
Would you say that you've let that flag fly? Since your 20s?
More recently, yeah. I think, yeah. I mean, I think it's all just part of the process, so like I don't know that it's necessary to say that to myself in my 20s, but yeah, definitely just like, I think that's the power of your 30s. Look at you stuck at 25,
yeah, I'm
26.
I'm almost there.
Yeah, I don't know. I think there's some kind of like a waking up in that 30s decade where you're just like, no, I don't even like these people over here. Why do I care what they think? I gesture to Aaron. Oh, well, I say that.
I heard the
Yeah.
giggle. He's like, is this at me?
Yeah.
But what was that? Was there a moment, or was it obviously you said it was in your 30s, but like, was there a specific time frame or like a light bulb moment when you're like, man, I don't really care what any of these people think? Or was it a gradual,
Yeah, I mean,
escalator?
Just reading more, just getting, this is not a quote that nobody's heard, but that whole like, I think I just really sat on that whole like, I don't know who said it, but every man has two lives, and the second begins the moment that he realizes he only has one. I think that like, along with just the I don't care about what anybody thinks in your 30s thing, there was also just oh dang, this is going fast.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think along with that, there were some necessary mind adjustments that happened. Yeah, just stuff like that really like hit home all of a sudden, found me when I was ready. What about you?
Ooh, what?
What age? What would you say?
You're the second person to ask me.
Yeah,
this.
come on, dude. And you can't say what you said before. You got to come up with
I don't even know what I
Okay,
said
good.
before. Now I get to ponder.
Yeah. I'm timing you. I think I was about 18 seconds.
You got to give me a little bit more. No. I don't want to say the same thing I did last time, so let me really do want to think. Go to myself 5 years ago, this time frame where I wanted to pursue this. Say, do it.
Yeah.
Imagine how many podcasts I could have had in 5 years.
Yeah. Stop messing around.
Yeah, I mean, just take.
I got you.
This guy was about to say what I said last time, but it was like trusting your intuition more. I feel like I've learned, or just recently learned, to listen to my intuition.
Yeah.
And it was there the whole. See, I'm repeating what I said last time.
No, I get that though, but like not being afraid to be like, you're either going to be wrong or right, but just
Yeah.
be that instead of like putzing around worrying about whether or not you will be. Like you will. Yeah. I don't know.
Around, bro.
I don't know where that's from.
My granddad uses that. He's like,
Yeah, he and I are really good friends. Picking it up.
Putz and
Yeah.
Smuck was another one that he used those two all the time.
Like someone would be a smuck.
Yeah.
Don't be a smuck. Yeah. Dinner for smucks.
Yeah. But yeah. Continue. I cut you off because I was like, putts. I was like, I love putts.
No, that's all right. I forgot what I was saying. I think something to the level of just like, poop or get off the pot, but slightly more fortune cookied up than that.
What about flushing? Do you still?
Bro, I don't know if I want to talk to you about it.
Bro, see, that's what I love about this. Like, I get to be like that, my punny self. Like,
Do it.
Normally, there's like a. I don't know. These are normally pretty serious. Not to say ours isn't serious.
I know that was a lot of my anxiety going into it. I was watching. I was just like,
you're like, he wants me to.
Am I going to be talking about this whole time?
See, but that's what's like cool is that like, and this is like one of my abilities. And not trying to be like, look at me, but like I have that. I can whoever it is,
Social
like
chameleon.
I can get
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, exactly.
Bobbing and weaving. I like it.
See, and so like. That's why at first I was like, okay, I'm feeling out. I feel out like how it's gonna go. I feel like we're flowing right now.
Oh yeah, dude.
We're
The date is going well, man. There will be a second for sure.
What are we at now? Like, what was that, 44? That was 1 hour right on the dot. Look at that.
Easy.
It really hasn't felt like that at all. It's been like 15 minutes in my head.
It's been moments and yet an eternity in the best of ways.
See,
I'll carry this moment with me forever.
You can't, really?
I'm sure in some capacity. I'll remember it at some point and be like, oh yeah.
Remember that one time
I
was really illuminated by that spotlight?
Yeah. When I get called by, I don't know, whoever the big, Joe Rogan or my brother and me, or Pete Holmes, any of those podcasts, I'll be like, and that was the moment, dude. Once they all saw my WorthWhile interview. Are there professional podcast guests? Can you make a living just being a guest on a podcast but not doing anything else?
That might be a niche.
Not answering, not being able to answer, like, why am I listening to this guy?
You could be like that guy that comes in and disrupts the flow because, like, they're like, I'm gonna throw you a grenade.
Yeah, dude, that's me. The Jar Jar Binks of the WorthWhile universe. Just there to cause a ruckus and hopefully be a little lovable at times.
It's funny because the WorthWhile Spotlight logo kind of looks like a sun.
Which is a planet.
Which makes you an asteroid flying around.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I was trying to go back to Star Wars.
Okay.
There are suns in Star Wars.
Is there?
I think so. It's bright out on most of those planets.
That's true.
Yeah.
I love this. Well, do you have any more questions for me?
I don't think I do, man.
Do I have any for you? I don't know.
Only you can tell.
I feel like there's something. There's one more thing.
Okay.
I don't know what it is yet, but it's gonna come.
Okay. I will wait right here until you're ready for me.
Love this. Do you like bowling? No.
I'm terrible.
No, come on.
Terrible. I'm terrible. If the gutters are up, I'm terrible.
If
like
they're
the
up?
bumper's up, yeah. Oh yeah, dude. I'll find a way to get that gutter ball. I'll find a way.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, dude. It doesn't matter. You can't stop me from getting into the gutter. I'm really good at the arcade games though, and laser tag. Played a lot of Call of Duty and Halo back in the day. Haven't lost my touch.
Oh no, have you seen it? Oh no, I already asked you this at Mealtown.
What's that?
The new Halo series.
I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I know. I was trying to talk to Aaron about it last night. Like, I need somebody on here that has seen it so I can be like, the transcendence about it is ridiculous, but it's okay.
Because you guys were talking about it's not that great. Or it is
No,
good.
it's...
They don't have Master Chief in it.
No, he's in there, but it's not about the game. It's its own thing, but it has to do with, like, transcendence, AI, like Neuralink, stuff like that. In my opinion.
Too close to the bone, man.
Yeah,
I don't know if I could be watching that.
It's walking that line.
It's going to open some conspiracy theories. I don't want to look behind the curtain.
Yeah, you do.
I don't know. I want to keep believing the great and powerful Oz is still there and able to solve my problems.
The Wizard of Oz?
Yeah. Isn't that what he was called? The great and powerful Oz?
I don't know. I haven't seen that movie in a long time.
Okay. I watch it every other day.
You got the wizard on your shirt, though.
I do, man. Holy smokes, Design Co. Bro, is my shirt riding up in the back? Have I been doing this whole freaking interview? Freaking lower back's out, dude. Start it over, you guys.
Yeah. Can we
reset?
We need to. No.
Yeah. These guys are they're a design company from Buffalo, New York, and they are unbelievable. Holy smokes. Shout out Holy Smokes Design Company,
Nice.
Buffalo, New York. Send me a free t-shirt, you guys, please.
You said I'll wear it on my next podcast guest.
100%.
Well, man, I don't know. I enjoyed the time. I feel
Me
like it's
too,
been
man.
a different one, but not in a bad way.
Oh, yes. I assumed it would be. We'll go grab some Ollie and Fins after this. Go grab
Who, we or you?
Oh, I don't know. I'm going to go if you want to come along.
I got another podcast.
You go Ollie and Fins?
I have another podcast. I had it 2 days ago.
Oh, my gosh. So good.
Ethan was on the podcast yesterday.
No way.
Yeah.
Shout out Ethan.
Shout out Ethan.
Shout out those, like, gooey butter cake bars that I'm always like, I don't think I need
Give me
one of
one.
those
You're like,
today,
yeah,
and then I'll go back and get
yeah.
one. Yeah.
What's your favorite food place in town outside Ollie and Finn's?
Ooh, Los Potros got me, dude.
Aaron got me on Los Potros.
Oh my gosh, it's so good. Little street tacos.
I haven't had the street tacos. I had chicken burrito twice.
Also good.
But, yeah.
Also good. Yeah, that
Shout
place.
out Los Potros.
Buc-ee's for the aesthetic. Freaking love
Wasn't
Buc-ee's.
I didn't enjoy my food.
No, I didn't.
You said this.
I said aesthetic.
Fair.
To be clear, yeah. I want that like Piggly Wiggly vibe carried over to a restaurant.
Ooh.
Friggin' Buc-ee's.
I like that.
I mean that all affectionately.
Hey,
In case Bucky is watching, or whoever owns Buc-ee's.
is that a person?
I don't know.
I'm joking. It's the rooster.
Their freaking logo. Also, one more thing. Sorry, their logo with the family-friendly restaurant thing, and then they have a chicken with a black sensor bar across the chest.
I've never noticed that.
Oh man, go look again. They know what they're doing. That does not happen accidentally. Just go take. I'll never look at that logo the same way again. It's
When you first seen it, did it move you in a certain way? Where you were
I
like
want it on a
thrown
t-shirt.
off? Your equilibrium was like, did I just take the blue pill? Like,
I wondered how no one else had seen it. I ran to everyone in town just to spread the news. Just like, have you seen this logo? And nobody has.
like you were
Nobody
enlightened.
knows.
You're like, I have to tell everybody. I haven't, so. And I'm pretty
Check it out,
observant.
bro. No,
so.
check it out. Take the long way home.
I will.
Drive by Buc-ee's.
I will.
Okay.
Fair. Well, I brought you this gift.
What? It's that PlayStation 5?
No, not this time, but I'm printing you a shirt, bro.
Ah.
No,
I love it, dude.
That part's not important. You know,
Oh.
that's just the message of the brand.
Well, I like it. I'll read it. I'll read it at a later date.
It's a little 101.
Heck yeah, dude.
I don't know.
I love
your
that.
cover vibes, but it's a 101, bro.
Dude, this is my vibe. This
It's almost like
the,
it was destined, huh?
that's like you know, like when you go to Walmart and there's like the giant like thing of balls, you know what I mean? And they're just all
Where are
the
we
swirly
going with
colors.
this? I just gave you a shirt.
You know what I'm saying? No, it's
No.
like that's the different color swirl. You know what I mean? They're
Yeah,
like
yeah,
$3.
yeah.
It's like
Okay,
in
yeah,
every
yeah, I know what you're
backyard
talking
of
about, yeah.
every child ever,
Yeah, yeah.
and always deflated.
Yeah.
And that's the color scheme, and I love it.
Hey, well, hope to see you in it.
Yeah, bro. Like right now?
No.
Oh, okay.
You have to do that right now.
I really don't want to do
That's
that on
a
camera,
different
if
type.
all right.
That's a different type
Yeah,
of
yeah.
podcast. That's
Appreciate you.
But bro,
Yeah.
for real, I enjoyed the
Same.
conversation. It's been fun. Did you have fun?
Oh, I thought we were gonna do like a.
not
Yeah. I had a good time. It's fun, and I got a cool shirt
Nice. I think it's pretty cool too.
and a nondescript water bottle.
Cool. Well, we've broken the fourth wall several times now, so I think we're gonna go ahead and cut it now. Thanks for coming on, bro. For real.
Yeah,
I
man.
enjoyed it, and like I do feel like I got to know you. So,
Same. Safe travels.
word. Hey, thank you. Everyone, never forget that you're worthwhile. Always strive to be the best version of you possible, or be like Austin, which is cool.
Best version of you, or like me.
Thank you for tuning in to this week's Worthwhile Spotlight. Our goal is to motivate people to become the best version of themselves possible through the power of storytelling. Our stories are written by the things that we experienced growing up, and these experiences, negative and positive, shape who we are and what we stand for. The beautiful thing about your story is that you get to decide how it's told. So as a diamond in the rough of life, hang tight and let your light shine bright.